Hey, good morning. Well, today we're going to be looking at, that's right, Davos Agenda, World Economic Forum, and we're looking at Naftali Bennett. Yeah, this is going to be brief, and as I always say, please go look for yourself. There's a lot that's been going in at the World Economic Forum, and I don't have time to cover it all. So this is just a quick take, so let's take a listen.
Well, thank you very much, Borge. Indeed, these are exciting times in Israel. Israel is finally on a very good and powerful path. As you mentioned, we formed the most diverse government in Israel's history, with religious and secular, right and left together. An Arab party together with the Jewish parties in this coalition. 8 different parties, and it's sort of like a juggle act, but it's working.
A juggling act. Yes, I couldn't have said it better myself, actually, at the theater. But anyway, yes, let's just keep going and take a listen.
And by and large, we are managing through the COVID waves. I landed right into the Delta wave, and my goal was to keep Israel open while keeping Israelis safe. And now, same goes with the Omicron. So we've adopted some unique methodologies here in Israel that I'd love to share later on.
So he came in on the Delta and Omicron, and he's going to be talking about it. This is going to be interesting. Let's just keep listening and see what's going to come next.
And of course, the most exciting part is the regional relationships that we've been forming for the past few years. My predecessor formed the Abraham Accords with Bahrain, with the Emirates. I'm a huge believer in these sort of bridges. So the bottom line is Israel is headed on a very robust and positive direction.
Well, first I want to just say that the sound issues are not me. That's on their own site. It's horrible. But he mentions the Abraham Accord. Yeah, we remember. Oh, no, we don't forget about what happened during that time, right? Yeah, we remember the Abraham Accord coin as well and all the symbolism on that. Yeah, I remember. They have plenty of new coins out there too. The Trinity blessing. Oh, you will all be blessed if you order some of these. Oh, so many different selections and colors and all different styles. And there's many coins of the temple coins as well. Just like you guys remember the Trump coin, and there's a David coin, and yeah. And you can get free delivery. Notice the 3 stars and the directions they're going in, as above, so below. Hey, but just anyway, I just happen to notice that. You can even win a trip. Wow. But anyway, we're not talking about the coins here. We're talking about bridges, he mentions. Yes, we have a few bridges here in Finland too. Notice even that one, quite a lot of symbolism there. And we drive past it. Just like in St. Louis, there's a bridge. Oh no, it's an arch. That's right. The Erosaarinen, what they refer to them as the same kind of things, arches. And if you look at them from different angles, they kind of resemble something else that I kind of noticed. Let's just take a look. Could it possibly resemble that right there, the Vatican? Let's take a closer look at, that's right, the Capitol versus St. Louis. Some similarities, wouldn't you say? Hey, just a thought. And we know what's going on in Israel. I mean, every country has these in them. But Israel's Supreme Court definitely has the best one of them all. And if you want to have and see a clip, I'll give you the link. It's Fuel Project, and he has a video on this. I'll just give you a glimpse, but first I just want to say that who helped make this Supreme Court? That's right, the Rothschilds. Wow, surprised? Me neither. Let's take a quick listen.
Let's do a picture walkthrough along this so-called path of illumination from the beginning, and do some symbol spotting along the way. Firstly, the person who enters the Supreme Court finds himself in a dark area in front of a stairway leading to a source of light at the other end. By climbing these stairs, the visitor gradually moves away from the darkness towards illumination. There are exactly 3 sets of 10 steps equaling 30 overall. These represent the first 30 degrees of Freemasonry.
If that is all new to you, take a look. He has a lot of information in there. Plus, of course, having the obelisk right there, right? Yeah, but every nation has their own. Just like here in Finland, that's ours right there in the front and center. And Israel's another one, and another location is there on the right. Aren't we all lucky? Yeah. and ours has a two-headed bird on it, right? I mean, it all looks the same, right? I'm just saying the symbol there and that all looks the same, all leading to the same people, right? But anyway, yeah, we're here to talk about Bennett. Let's get back.
First of all, how does one fight the Omicron or COVID wave? And I think all the leaders of the world are facing it. What I can share is what we've been doing here. I took upon myself, I landed running, if you will, right into the wave of the Delta, which we were among the first to face. My format and methodology is I personally run the National COVID Task Force as Prime Minister. So every day at 9 a.m. I have an hour with all the agencies and all the ministries that are relevant. I believe this is a fairly unique model, but I do this because I think that the leaders can make much quicker decisions, and in a pandemic, being slow is losing. So the leaders can make much quicker decisions, and in a pandemic, being slow is losing. So you're better off making decisions early on and quick and executing upon them very quickly. The second reason that I felt that it's important that I personally run the National COVID Task Force is because pandemics are not only about medicine or biology. They're about society, the economy, the education, logistics, math, you name it. So it's a cross-discipline challenge, and therefore you can't silo it and hand over the keys to running a government and a nation. Under a pandemic, you can't outsource that only to doctors. Pandemic, you can't outsource that only to doctors. Under a pandemic, you can't outsource that only to doctors, because at the end of the day, there's balance between economy, education, and the pandemic-related issues. I found this very effective. So during the past 7 months, which I've been around, we've shifted our approach. Before I came in, the approach was major lockdowns. My approach is I'm against lockdowns as far as we can do. We always want to be at the forefront of the medicine and the vaccines. I was the first world leader to go ahead with the third booster dose. That was back in the end of July. And later on, the rest of the world followed us. We have very advanced research. So we want to be the first in the world to know how vaccines and the new variants respond one to another. Direct opportunities are in the area of fusing information technology with pandemics and medicine. The area of fusing information technology with pandemics and medicine. The pandemic is all about data, information, and gleaning insights from that data. And for example, I was the first during the Omicron wave to shut the skies for a while, for a few weeks. I did that. I wanted to buy time and see what's happening in other countries, and then using their data, be able to form the correct policy. Now,
I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of things going through in my mind when he said he shut down the skies and that he's fusing technology with medicine and everything else, right? I don't know. Maybe you guys are on the same path. I believe you guys are, but share your thoughts. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but do you trust your government? Wow. But let's get back to it. Hold on. One last thing.
Area, the fusion of information technology and data, and medical data, in order to glean actionable insights. The second area I see is way beyond medicine. The world is going remote. This sort of event, having the Davos summit, through the internet was unheard of a few years ago, and now it's almost natural. That means that the world is going to depend more and more on remote working. This provides a huge opportunity for Israel, which is, we've sort of exhausted most of our talent to employ foreign employees from Eastern Europe. Methodology, it means that we're also going to be more vulnerable to cyber attacks, which means we need good cyber defense. And Israel has massively invested in cyber defense technologies, and I believe roughly half or almost half of the global investments in cyber companies over the past few years have been in Israel. So Israel has become a powerhouse in cyber defense. So Israel has become a powerhouse in cyber defense.
So he says Israel has become a powerhouse in cyber technologies. Yes, we know. Bibi really made that quite clear. The past few years, how much they have put their efforts into being the head of the world, especially in cyber technology, right? That was from a few years ago. I did a video on that. And look at all the companies that have moved to Israel. I'm just saying. But leaders of the world in cyber technology, yeah, I believe they practically protect the entire world. But anyway, any last thoughts, Mr. Bennett?
But he is a visionary that wants to build a good future for his people. And so we want more countries to join the Abraham Accords, and we want to inject more content, mostly in technology, but not only technology-related areas. I view the UAE sort of a gate to the east, and I see Africa as a big potential partner with Israel. Where we're located, we're on the very connection between Africa and Asia and Europe. So we're located in a very interesting location.
All right, I don't think I need to go any further. You understand what he's talking about, bringing all the nations together under the Abrahamic Accord and the tracking, the tracing. I mean, we see it. We understand what's ahead. It's quite clear to many of us. And using that right there, no, I say no to it all. I will not participate in any of it, including all the things that are going on right now. I haven't and I won't. Sorry. So I know what's ahead, but I will keep trusting in the Lord. Many types of Masons, yes, there are many, and they're all linked together. It doesn't matter what country or what affiliation, they're all affiliated together. And all I can keep reminding myself over and over again is the Word of God. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For he is with me, his rod and his staff, and they comfort me all the days of my life. My enemies, who can be against me when he is for me? He is with me. No, I just keep trusting in God. Well, that was a quick take on Davos, what happened, and look at what they wrote there. Davos Pharma is a leading provider of discovery, toxicology, biologics, chemistry, and formulation services. Isn't that great? And you guys know who Davos is. I don't need to go any further. All right, I have so much more ahead. This took me a little longer than I thought, but I have more to come. God bless you guys. Take care. Catch you guys later.